Hello, everyone. Welcome back to, welcome back to the All Skills Tournament. We've got two great racers today. We got Louis, the XIV, and Paum, both with 2-2 win-loss at the moment. So let's see who will end up with the 3-2. Or, yeah, that's how it works. I'm here with Sierra. Hello.
Hello. I'm really excited for this. This is the first race of round 5, the final round of the tournament before elimination.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So it'll be exciting to see how this goes.
Yeah, so
Should I?
we're nearing the top 16, so that's what everyone's trying to get into. The top 16 runners from this part of the bracket are going to progress, and everyone else will be out.
Yep. Should I count down the runners?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. There is roughly a 40-second stream delay, so all right, runners have been counted down. We should see them head off in a couple seconds. But before then, for a quick overview of what the run is for those who have not yet seen the category, this is an all skills run, meaning that we pick up every skill in the game. And that includes nail arts, spells, their upgrades, all movement abilities. So we really get to see all of Hallow Nest throughout the run.
And all of the night.
Yeah. There are some really fun opportunities for cool movement because we get all the abilities.
Oh, are they starting?
It looks like they are.
Mom needs to delete a missing the delete like twice, but we are in it now.
Yep. So, one thing you'll see the runners do a lot is called inventory drops, opening the inventory during a fall, and uh, that makes it so that the runner won't have a hard fall, which costs a second or two.
Yeah, and it's very easy to do on this patch. If you play
Yeah.
it on like your game, if you have the current patch, it's actually a lot harder. You have to like do it off a ledge, but luckily on this patch, or 1221, which is the best patch for all skills, you can just do it anywhere in the air, and it opens a lot of possibilities for faster falling.
Yep. In general, patch 1221 is the preferred patch for speedrunning because of it has a lot of speed tech that current patch just doesn't have, as well as lever skips, which allow us to sequence break in ways that current patch does not.
The very minor glitch lever skip.
Yep.
Oh, 51 King's Pass. You love to see it from Palm there.
Yeah, that's quite good. King's Pass is deceptively hard
Yeah,
because every jump, every tiny bit of movement matters so much.
I like never get. See, I blame it on frame rate, but I never get 51s, and I'm jealous whenever I see a 51.
Do you have a high frame rate?
Um, Actually, now I kind of have a better frame rate because I upgraded my stuff. So maybe I can't complain, but I get like 300 or something.
Just turn on VSync, then you can complain again. So, the runners coming up to the Aspid Arena, there is a pretty nifty trick using a spike that falls from the ceiling to impale both Aspids at once. On current patch, it's rather free, but it's very hard to get on 1221. Oh, missed it. Let's see if Louis gets one Aspid. As I said, it is quite a difficult trick.
Yeah.
And in a PB run, a lot of runners would reset there, but in a race setting, that's not an option.
And yeah, we should maybe mention that the PBs of the two runners. We have
Ah, yes.
51, and Louis has a 101. So it is pretty different, despite them both having the same score. Paum is definitely uh, has the better time here, but we'll see how the race goes.
Yep. Anything can happen in a no reset.
Oh, like that.
Yep.
The fly kind of messing things up there.
Yeah. Uh, the runners just did a trick called the statue pogo, pogoing off a background object to get extra height. It's deceptively hard and only saves, I think, like 0.2 seconds over the alternative skip.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff in this game at this point where it's actually kind of hard to do, and it saves like a tiny bit of time, but we've just gotten to the point where that's kind of how you have to save time, and so many runners go for those harder tricks.
Yep. Everything's just so optimized at this point.
Yeah. I think for a long time, All Skills wasn't very optimized, just because it wasn't run as much as some other categories like any percent, but I think definitely this tournament has made people kind of grind it a lot more.
Oh, for sure. So many people have started running it because of the tournament, and some are only going to be running it while the tournament lasts, but others are going to be here for the long haul.
I forget how much it's gone down, but I know it was over 50 minutes at the start, and now it's like 49 something.
When I started running, I think Pisces got his 50-minute on the dot world record like 2 weeks after I started running the category. And now world record is 49:48 by Monsta.
Yeah. Tom getting a 37, probably a little upset about that. For I just feel like Palm probably expects better than 37s, and Louis was slightly behind that. I think it was a 39 or so.
Yeah. So coming up is the Balder, which is infamous for destroying runs. Basically, you want the Balder to spit an enemy instead of acid, and there's a 50-50 chance of it spitting an enemy, which means that some runners can get absolutely screwed by RNG. I think the tourney record for that is 7 spits, or is it 11?
I'm not sure, but yeah, you can never rely on the 50-50.
Yeah.
As we can see
Oh
in
no.
Palm's side here. 3. Okay.
And it looks like Louis got a second spit, so that evened the runners up actually. I think each spit costs, 2-3 seconds.
Yeah, about that. And yeah, they're so close now. It's like 0.1.
Yeah. So let's see how the runners do with green path. The fireball, which both runners just picked up, is not only going to be our biggest damage output, it's also useful for skips in the green path segment of the game because we have no movement and the knockback is just enough to get us to ledges we wouldn't be able to get to before.
Yeah, it's a really neat trick, and it sees a lot of use here just because once you get dash, you don't really need to do it ever because you can just dash to the platform, but it's really useful until you get dash, so.
Yeah, so they're coming up on the first fireball skip here. Let's see if they get it.
Oh,
Just misses it. Louis doesn't attempt it. This one only saves, 2 seconds.
yeah, that's the practice one. That's how you practice for the later one.
No, that's the hardest one.
It is, like, all of them are kind of hard in different ways.
That's true. But I think it's generally agreed on that either the first is the or the last one is the hardest.
I think the first one's only the hardest because it's a single fireball, but even then I wouldn't really call it the hardest. I think the
Okay.
third one is.
I think it's, as you said, it's just preference, really.
Yeah. I just hate, like, the platform, jumping around the platform. I feel like that's the harder part.
Yeah,
'Cause
so
it
really clean
makes me.
fireball skips from both runners there.
Yeah, that's what you like to see. It makes you, like, have to jump on the very edge, and then I end up walking off more often.
Oh
I don't know.
yeah. Those coyote frames are hard to get.
And this is the one I'm talking about right here.
Yep. You really need to get those we call them coyote frames because like Wile E. Coyote, you have
Oh,
to
is that
be
why it's called that?
slightly. Yeah, it's actually based off the cartoon.
I always heard that like that phrase, but I didn't know where it came from.
Yeah. So like Wile E. Coyote, you have to jump while you're basically in the air, hence the name.
Yeah.
So really clean double with that fireball from Paum.
Yeah, that's a neat strat.
Yeah. Louis uses all three. The main reason why that makes a difference is because in this room Paum is in now, you need to gather soul until you have full soul. And that extra fireball that you don't use really helps here.
Yeah, the Moss Knights here, you get a ton of Geo, but it can be kind of annoying to get rid of them.
Yeah, there's two kinds of RNG, the good RNG and the bad RNG. Louis got the good, where both Moss Knights start off on the screen, while Palm got the bad RNG, and you were able to see how both runners handled the different setups.
Yeah, I actually never saw that strat for the bad RNG. That's actually pretty good, like just hitting the rocks as you wait for them to line up more.
There's actually a different one where you use the same technique as you do for the double fireball in the Moss Knight arena to force the Moss Knight to jump back so that it can't hit you.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
So both runners now fighting Hornet 1. And really clean fight from Paum. Really well played.
Despite bad RNG, still getting like a low 8 minutes. I think it was 8:03.
Yeah, that's really good. And Louis with an 8-10. Really good fights from both of them.
It was like 8:17.
So now that both runners have the dash ability, we're going to do a lot more zooming, and fireball skips are no longer necessary. The runners are now going to head through fungal waste to pick up Mantis Claw, which really unlocks the rest of the game.
Yeah, the claw split. There's a couple things. Well, there's a lot of movement in the first part, and then there's a couple skips at the end that I think when you're in practice, like it's very rare that like most runners will miss these tricks, but it definitely does happen.
For sure, yeah. Especially for runners. Sometimes like your brain just like forgets how to do the skip. Like no matter how many hours you put into practicing it,
Yeah,
particularly the explosion pogo.
yeah, it's like I think a lot of people consider it an easy trick, but if your timing is even slightly off, like you just miss it. So
Yeah,
it can be easy
it's
to get into that, like the wrong timing, and then it just messes you up completely.
yeah. If you know what you're doing, it's not the hardest trick, but it's certainly not the easiest one.
Luckily, if you miss it, you can it's like 8 seconds, I think. Just reattempt it.
I actually, well, to reattempt it, yes. But another reason that it's so nerve-wracking is if you mess up the explosion pogo, there's a chance you take 2 damage.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be stuck on it forever.
And if you die here, the route is based around getting to claw and then quitting out back to the previous bench. So yeah, if you die here, it's a long trek back. But Paum getting first try.
He does take damage though, but he should be fine for this next bit.
Louis doing the swag strap but missing it.
Really clean Mantis Pogo from Paum.
Oh, that's a crazy strat
That
that
was a
Louis did
really
there.
cool strat from Louis. But he is at 1 health now, which is a little bit nerve-wracking going into Mantis Village.
He got like a hit on the right side and then dashed to the left.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen that one before.
Oh
No!
no!
Oh no. So Louis is now gonna have to go through all of that again, as well as do those skips again. And he won't be able to get the Mantis Pogo because he'll need to collect his shades so they won't be in the right position.
Do a shade skip. Wait, where even is the shade? I don't even know.
It
Wait.
spawns right in between that gap
Oh,
where
okay.
you would do the pogo.
Yeah, so we were mentioning it's a long trek back, and I guess now we have to actually see it, sadly. Louis,
Yeah.
like, was gonna pogo it, and I think pogoed like, slightly too high, and just, it didn't hit the actual mantis, so he just fell into
Yeah.
it.
Meanwhile, Paum heading over to fight Grez's mother and pick up the most OP charm in the game, Shaman Stone. It makes spells do a ton more damage. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it also makes your spells hitbox bigger, which means that it is well worth the extra geo it costs to purchase.
Yeah, it's completely broken, and it convenient that you start with 3 charm notches, and Shaman's is exactly 3, so it just fills your notches, and you don't have to, like, get any extra.
Yep. So really clean Grezzer cleanup from Paum.
Also, looking at the wiki, it says increases spell damage by 33 to 51%, depending on the spell. I
I
didn't
didn't
know
know it
this.
changed between spells.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah.
But
It looks like Louis is doing the Weep Pogo that current patch users use.
oh,
Oh
Comfy
no,
Pogo.
Palm dying on the other screen. I don't know
Wait,
what they're
where?
doing. Shade skip.
Okay, I got scared.
uh, Basically, we use our shade to get way higher than we're supposed to and be able to get into resting grounds early, as well as the right side of not Crystal Peaks, of City of Tears.
Yeah, it's actually a huge route change. Like, going to city through the normal entrance, which, I mean, you could also do it through Deep Nest with a tram, but that's probably even worse. It's just such a big trek, and like being on the left side of city, you have to go through this huge area with all the towers and stuff. So Shade Skip is just so good. Like, it gets you access to city from the unintended way, but it's way faster.
For sure, yeah. It saves a ton of time. You're actually able to see the difference quite clearly between Steel Soul runs, where dying for Shade Skip just isn't an option. The entire route changes.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone's done a Steel Soul all skills.
I think they have. I think Valley actually did,
Oh, nice.
but I'm not 100% sure. So Palm now going to kill Gorgeous Husk.
I'm typing what in the chat.
Ah. So, Geo in the beginning of all skills is actually incredibly tight because we need to pick up Shaman Stone as well as Dash Slash really early. We use it to perform a ton of lever skips. So we need to get up to 800 Geo really early on.
Yeah, the other 2 nail arts are free. It's just Oro just wants to like charge money for some reason.
Absolutely scamming us. So Louis now having his own Grandmother clean up. Let's see how it goes.
Pretty good. Oh,
Pretty good,
that
yeah.
one though.
There's The one thing that you don't want is Grezzers flying up towards the ceiling because they can be really hard to get at.
Yeah. It's worse in True Ending when you don't have Claw and you actually have no way to get them.
Yeah. So Paum now killing these hoppers to get the remaining Geo. They drop a ton of Geo. And although they have a ton of health, we have a very specific setup to kill them as quickly and efficiently as possible.
Oh no, Louis dying!
For a
Again.
second time, can you believe it?
Nah, it's just Shade Skip.
Yeah.
Oh! I mean, that
That
works.
was a little bit scary though, how he took damage from it.
It's
Messing up the Shade Skip loses a ton of time.
the bump into the Shade Skip technique. It works every time.
Yeah, I mean, he got it, no trouble.
So yeah, Palm now has Dash Slash. Yeah, probably the most useful just because of lever skips. It lets you hit things through the walls, which is like because the hitbox goes beyond the wall, and for some reason at this point in the game, they didn't think to like prevent that. At this point, it
Yeah.
has been removed, but and it's also just useful for like hitting things from further away. Like I've seen a lot of strategies where runners will charge it up in a room just to hit something earlier, like an elevator or something.
Yeah, that's used a lot in Sanctum, but I mean we need to pick up Dash Slash anyway, so we may as well get it earlier and have it to skip all of the hard parts of Sanctum.
Yeah, I really like the nail art like optimizations in this category. It's really cool because a lot of other runs you don't actually get to use them, but when you actually have to get them, you can use them for little things like breaking walls faster and hitting levers quicker.
Yeah, it's really cool to see them in use. So Palm now going to Sanctum to pick up the upgraded version of of Vengeful Spirit, Shade Soul. This'll make the spell even more powerful. I think it'll do 40 damage, including Shaman Stone, and it's possible to get doubles on a lot of enemies, totaling to 80 damage, which is not at all a small thing.
Yeah, 80 is actually that's how much like Wraiths does.
Oh
If you
really? I
get
didn't
every
know
hit.
that. Yeah, so you saw that Palm was able to kill that Soul Twister really quickly.
Oh wait, actually I think that's different on this patch. I forget that they changed the spell damage.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there's the first dash slash lever skip.
And yeah, normally you would have to fight like a little soul warrior guy. And it takes a long time, especially with just Vengeful Spirit. So it's good that you can just avoid that entirely. Oh, and you'd also have to get a key to get in there, which is
Right.
800 Geo, and you'd need the shopkeeper's key, so it's like a huge thing.
Yeah, not needing to go through the intended route is a huge deal. They actually changed the layout of the room in current patch so that you can't just jump up there anymore.
Yeah, even if they didn't patch the particular lever skip there, they moved the lever into a different room.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because there's a new loading zone there.
Okay. So Palm going through Sanctum really cleanly gets some good RNG. So made it through Sanctum with 5 health, which is really comfy. There is a quick kill for this boss, including 2 very precise fireballs. Let's see if Palm can get it.
Like a specific quick kill thing?
Yep.
Oh,
So Paum got the first fireball but missed the second. If you're really lucky, you fire the fireball at the right height, it hits once, and then the Soul Master teleports, and it hits them again.
that wouldn't kill though.
It wouldn't kill, but it does so much damage that the Soul Master is almost dead at that point.
Okay. I thought there was some like new strat where you just insta
No,
kill.
no. I wish.
Meanwhile, Louis heading up to Sanctum himself.
Yep. Vixen in chat are informing us that there is now a 2-minute and 58-second difference between the runners.
Yeah, most of that is sadly from that death in Fungal, but Paum has also just been having cleaner movement all around.
Yeah. Really cool Soul Master kill he's attempting too. This is a fireball though. It's really difficult to get, in all fairness.
Yeah, there's some crazy strategies on that fight. Like, it's a really simple fight, but people have found some crazy ways of saving time there.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely incredible. The nice thing about getting a base spell, it completely refills your soul meter. Oh, Louis getting the Walkling storage, but dashing too early and getting it the wrong way.
Hate to see it. So yeah, part of the reason speedrunners hate Sanctum, besides the enemies, is that there's a hard save once you kill Soul Master. So you can't just quit out, like, back to your bench. You have to walk all the way out of the entire area.
Yeah. And there's also... There are some areas where, especially on current patch, if you mess it up, you can be swamped with enemies.
Okay, Louis doing the lever skip there.
Getting the monster spreadsheet stats.
Also, I like those little uses of, like, pogoing background objects as well, like Paum did there.
Yeah, it's really cool, all the tiny optimizations like that there are in a race. In a run, I mean. You'll see that throughout the run, just like small moments like that where we use just the things around us to do stuff faster than it would seem possible.
Yeah, and a lot of those strategies is kind of why Paum has been gaining more of a lead throughout the run.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So Paum now heading over to Crystal Peaks. This is, for some, one of the scariest segments, because from this point onward, you cannot take any benches without losing a huge amount of time, and there are no opportunities to heal without losing time, as well as there are few opportunities to grab soul, and the entire segment's incredibly cycle-based. And if you mess up the cycle, it can be really easy to tank a lot of hits.
Yeah, there's a lot of spots like this in Hollow Knight speedruns where you want to warp back to a bench to, like, save a bunch of time. But because of that, you have to just, like, getting hit is such a bigger deal. Like, you have to be really careful.
For sure, but at the same time, you want to go fast, and going fast sometimes means being less careful than you'd want to be.
Yeah. I mean, you could bench and then walk all the way back to Spire, but nobody wants to do that.
Right, of course. So, Louis tried to go for the quick kill as well. He missed the first fireball, but got the second, and I believe it doubled.
So if we combined Louis' fight with Paum's fight, we'd have the optimal fight.
Yep, that was a really nice Soul Master from Louis. He also Soulmaster staggered near the spikes, so he was able to hit the Soulmaster into the spikes, doing a bit of extra
Oh yeah,
damage.
the spikes are so good.
Just a little bit of extra swag there.
I find it weird that like they actually coded it to take damage from the spikes.
Yeah. It's just like a fun little Easter egg, I guess.
It should just insta-kill.
That'd be nice. The entire fight would just be luring Soulmaster there. So, Paum entering Crystal Peaks at the exact moment Louis picks up his own descending dive.
And yeah, Peaks is just a lot of movement. There is a lot of things that can potentially hit you if you like slightly mess up your movement, so that kind of adds into the difficulty of trying to not take damage. Hogax!
Paum going for Pogax. Nicely done. You love to see it.
Everyone liked that.
Vixen telling us that the runners are now 3.5 minutes apart.
Oh, getting hit there.
There's
Going
a
for a
really
strat where you...
precise trick. You want to
Yeah.
explain it?
So the hitbox for the laser is actually, it doesn't start at exactly the hitbox of the enemy, so there's like this tiny gap between them, and you can actually jump between that precise spot without getting hit.
Yeah, it's really hard to pull off, and it looks really cool when it's done right. So, Paum now going to pick up Crystal Dash. This next bit has two possible cycles, damage tank and damageless. Damage tank is optimal, but it's not ideal, especially because after Crystal Heart, you still need to go through a dark room and the crystallized mounds.
Well, Paum's going for the optimal.
Yep. And a nice underplat. Woo!
We'll be falling in that little pit there next to the bench. I've definitely done that before. Oh, what is Paum doing?
I think Paum is having a bit of trouble with the sea dashes.
Doing a look down afterwards.
Sometimes there are just moments like that where you just forget the timings and just do a little dance trying to remember what it is.
Yep, underrated hard part of Hollow Knight speedruns is holding down Crystal Dash for the right amount of time.
For sure.
I mean, you want to like let it go as soon as possible. So.
Paum! Okay, good. Got me scared for a second there, Paum.
That was some disbelief anger right there.
I get very protective over grubs.
You know, it's understandable, especially that one that loses no time, and it's actually like more effort to go around.
It literally is. Especially because you want to get wall cling storage there.
I love the wall cling storage.
It looks
here.
so cool, yeah.
I'm sadly not going for it because I guess trying to troll us with the not picking up the grub.
Yep. But a really clean crystallized mound.
Time for the best skip.
Right to the left.
Has anyone done this with 1 health yet?
I think I've done it in a run. It's definitely been done in runs that were behind.
But yeah, you basically carry your dash/momentum, it slides you into the spikes, and then respawns you. And it actually gets you out of the room faster than if you would wait for the cutscene.
And it's also just a fun glitch.
Yeah, even if it was like even with not doing it, then people would still do it probably.
Oh, for sure. Assuming you have the health going into it.
So yeah, pretty good way of getting Dreamnail is right after Descending Dark. That's what we do in this run. Because you can just fall down through peaks and land like right next to it.
Yep. Louis going for Pogax as well. Really nicely done.
The double Pogax race. Always
Let's
the best kind of
go.
race.
Oh no, Paum saying something about Dreamplex in chat.
I mean, he got the short, like, you can jump extra high if you time it perfectly. And he actually got that.
Oh no! Oh! That was a spicy save, Paum. I've never seen that yet.
Fireball.
You know what? It worked.
Yeah, it stalls you from falling, so you get a
Yeah,
little bit of extra time to react to what to do.
that was really well played. I think falling by the Dreamplats can lose 7 to 10 seconds, possibly more, depending on where you fall.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. But everyone's done it. It's happened to
Oh, for
everyone.
sure. For sure. So Louis now going for C-dash himself. Let's see which strat he takes. It looks like he's gonna go for the... Yep, the damageless.
Damageless. I got scared because he almost hit the spikes on the on the way up there.
Yeah.
Underplat. Double
Let's
underplat,
go.
double Pogax. Can you ask for a better race?
Well, let's see if he saves the grub. So, Paum now fighting Watcher Knights. Although this is a really hard fight in any percent, in all skills, we're able to chain D-Darks. Just 3 D-Darks kills a Watcher Knight. So the fight gets really simple.
Yeah. A lot more comfy than some other Watcher Knight fights. And Paum getting pretty good luck there. They can kind of separate. You want them to not separate. You want them to stay right next to each other so you can just dive both of them.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting some poor RNG on these last Watcher Knights, but still handles it incredibly well.
Yep.
Well, Louis having a bit of trouble with the Crushers there.
Oh. They can be deceivingly hard, especially if you're like under pressure of trying to go fast on a speed run.
Yeah, and if you mess it up once, you're off cycle, and everything can feel weird.
Okay, we got Grub.
Yay! Blessed run.
He definitely went. Oh,
and he got the walkling storage.
He kind of had it. I was confused what happened there because he wasn't like he dashed and it didn't happen, but then I don't know.
It didn't look like a normal dash though. There was definitely something going on weird.
Yeah. Wall storage is jank.
Oh no, he got hit by
no,
no. He's now at 1 health.
It's hard to heal here because your only enemy is something that can easily kill you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh. Oh, there was 2 crystals.
No! Oh no.
And yeah. They can easily kill you.
Yep, that is definitely one of the worst places to die in the run. Because getting back there takes a ton of time.
Yeah, kind of like a fungal waste.
Yeah.
Louis
Fungal
getting
waste,
very unlucky.
Crystal Peaks, and Dark Deep Nest are the worst places to die. Hopefully he will know the bottom route back. You don't have to go all the way through Crystal Peaks to get there.
Yeah. It's still annoying though.
Oh, no question. And he's using Crystal Dash a lot, which a lot of runners, if they die, they forget their movement. And they forget, like, they just autopilot the movement instead of using the ability they got.
Meanwhile, Paum is heading to, I think, Basin now?
Yep, and on his way he's going to do 3 awesome skips, a spike tunnel followed by 2 acid skips to pick up Isma's tier.
I always love watching the Isma skips. They just look so cool. Oh,
They are. They're really fun to pull off, too. Oh no.
missing the pogo though, twice.
It's a very precise skip, especially in 1221. Hopefully the other skips won't give him too much trouble, though.
That fireball is to make sure that the one horn doesn't get in your way, because if you don't do that, there's a chance it'll block you and then you take 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
Oh no, Paum!
Okay.
Okay, that's a relief. And
Still
he
going
still
for
has
the
2 health?
Still going for the damage escape, I think.
Yeah, I think it's faster to take the damage.
Oh, the second horn!
That was a scary horror. It's so scary because they can be where you're not expecting and you can't see properly when the title screen is up.
That was close.
Oh no, Louis taking some hits from that miner there.
He is going the lower route though.
Yeah, it's good that he knows that. Please heal, Paum.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a
The
chance
thing with
these
this bridge
enemies.
is it's complete RNG whether or not the Ravas are in your way.
So it's a really bad idea to do with 1 health.
For sure.
But you can kind of react to them being in your way.
Yep, and that's what Paum did there.
Okay, will Louis get through the dark room? Oh, I think Louis just kind of not remembering it right now. Maybe hasn't done it for a while.
Yeah. This room is very precise.
Also going for, like,
Oh,
not going for the C-dash strat, which I'm surprised. I feel like everybody
there
should
there are
learn
a
the
couple
C-dash strat.
different. There's you don't have to go through the entire room with C dash, but he's now going through really cleanly.
Okay, there
Very
you
well
go.
done.
There you go.
There are multiple different ways to do this room. One is to do only C dashes, although it's really slow. One is to go all dashes like Paum and Louis did. And then the one that I do is actually a hybrid, with 1 C dash through the most scary part.
I still do too. I just don't
One
want to
at
do
the
the
end as
dash
well.
one. Yeah. Or where do I see dash? I think at the start and I forget.
Do you kill the hunter in the beginning?
No.
Ah.
Okay, Louis doing the slide. And Paum not doing the ball jump. Disappointed.
In all fairness, it is very hard. Synchronized C dashes, let's go.
I'm at 3 health, getting a few hits in during the Mullets. So this fight can be a bit hard at low health, or a bit scary. He has really low health though, so
It can be, but he's getting really good RNG. I think
yep.
that was a great fight.
It's
With
a
the
super
broken
short
vessel,
fight.
yeah, you want to get the headbang attack because you're able to chain deducts to do a ton of damage.
I'm just always scared going into that fight, especially when my health is low, because you can just, you know, just take a few hits from the like crazy attacks, and then you're just dead.
Yeah. So let's see if Louis now goes for the underplat that Paum attempted.
Hey, oh,
Oh
never
no!
mind.
Oh no! He was just a tiny bit too far and his dash didn't give him quite the amount of movement he needed to reach it.
Dreamnail platform's a true final boss of this race.
Oh, for sure. Well, Paum now coming up on one of the other final bosses, Hornet 2. Without a doubt the hardest fight in the category.
Yeah, I've definitely seen, I think in one of the races I commentated, there was a death there. And
Yeah.
it's something very common that can happen.
It's
Even to the
definitely
better
not
racers.
uncommon, even to top runners. And the thing is, the bench is so far away unless you spend 10 seconds getting a safety bench.
Yeah. That safety bench, like, everybody wants to skip it because it just feels gross, like, spending that much time just for the safety. Because then you're basically admitting, like, yeah, I'm gonna die to Hornet 2, or I might die to Hornet 2.
Yeah,
I feel like it's such a confident thing to be like, just skip it, but then it makes it a lot more scary.
it does, but I find that sometimes being scared during the fight can actually help.
Yeah.
Like, I've talked with other runners, and, like, I'm not the only one who feels this way, but Hornet 2 becomes a little bit easier when you're at 1 health. Just mentally.
I'd still rather be at more than one.
Oh, for sure. It's terrifying. But it's still, there's a shift that happens when you're at 1 health that can be
Yeah.
helpful. So, Louis now doing Watcher Knights, not getting good RNG at all.
Yeah, they're being
rolling
very
all
separate.
over. Yeah.
Was that a triple? That looked like... It was probably just a double, but...
I don't think you can triple fireball her. In this fight, you do want to get a ton of doubles, though.
Oh, the counters. The 2 parries in a row blocking both Shade Souls. Super unlucky.
Yeah, that's one of the unfortunate things with the fight. She can decide to parry, and not only will she block all the damage from getting dealt to her, but she also will strike back. And if you're close enough, then you might not be able to avoid.
Also, yeah, we were focusing on Paum, but Louis was at 1 HP in Watcher Knights.
Oh god. At least he gets full health with the Dreamer cutscene, though.
Yeah. Paum doing the early get-up with the nail arts.
Yep. While Louis slurps up his first Dreamer, Paum will be on the way to get Cyclone Slash and then his second Dreamer.
Yeah, Cyclone Slash is like the only time you go to cliffs in this run. Like, there's a decent amount of stuff there, but we just have to head all the way there, grab it, and then quit out. It's like, I feel like it's a weird part of the run, but...
It is. You're going a bit out of the way.
But Cyclone is, like, actually very useful. I'd say it's the second most useful in this run.
Yeah, that was some really spicy movement from Paum. Dashing under that incredibly low wall, and then getting that C-dash off before the flies hit him.
That wall actually has, like, if you look at the geometry, there's, like, this spike of geometry that's poking into it. So what happens is you can try and dash under how you would expect to, and you'll just hit the little spike sticking out. So you have to dash it even lower.
It's such a weird hitbox.
There's got to be like 1 or 2 pixels you can dash to actually get through.
Mm-hmm. I think I've only ever gotten that one once. But because this is such a movement-heavy split, every single jump and dash matters so much more.
It is cool, like, going back to King's Pass, though.
Yeah,
just
it
dashing
is.
through super quickly.
So
There's also
Louis
this shortcut.
Yeah. So this is how we get into King's Pass. While Louis does his acid skips, doing the first two really cleanly. And the third
Nice.
one as well. Very well done.
And getting the warmth early escape.
Yep.
Doesn't have to worry about
Sometimes...
dying to the second one.
Oh no, that it ended up being right in the way. Yeah, so sometimes the worms will just be absolutely cruel and bounce around you but not actually hit you. That was a cool pogo off of the crystal dash spikes. I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah, I don't know if that's faster, but looks cool.
It looks really cool, yeah. Synchronized... Oh wait, no, never mind. No synchronized C-dash.
Oh, getting sniped. Oh no!
Oh no! That was scary.
Yeah, that could have went really bad.
I don't know where it would have respawned him if he landed in the spikes.
I think Lurian. Oh, you mean I meant if he dies, but
Oh, no, if he
I
were
think it's
to
on one of the
just...
pillars.
Oh, okay. So Paum now heading over to Fog Canyon and Umu to get a second Dreamer.
See what falling strat palm does here. There's a few good ones. Yep, going for the cyclone.
I don't think I've seen that one before.
You can do that, but like avoid landing and just keep going. I think it's the fastest way.
Oh, cool. I think the fastest is actually the drop that Axe 2U does. It's a bit different than the Trinomi drop.
Maybe. I think the cyclone makes it faster, like because you don't have that in any percent.
Right, that's
So I
true.
think it might be better. I don't know. I don't know exactly which one is the
I
best.
think compared to the regular Trinomi drop, Cyclone Trinomi is faster. But I think the Axe U drop is faster than Trinomi. I could be wrong though. Oh no, Louis taking a lot of hits off that
Oh.
Mauler. He is able to heal up off of it though.
Yeah, luckily they just kind of stand there and you can up slash.
I've gotten hit doing that before. Sometimes the Mauler will just be absolutely cruel.
You're gonna see Palm go for the one cycle. Pretty good setup to me.
Oh no! Oh no! He got it. He
Accidentally
had the
turning
right
around.
timing.
Dude, what happened to Palm? He unplugged his controller.
I think he's just trying to... I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah, that would have been a one cycle, I think, for sure.
It definitely would have. He had the timing right, everything.
So yeah, Louis
So,
fighting Broken
meanwhile...
Vessel.
Yep, not for long though. It's a very quick fight.
Yeah.
Going for swag door, let's go.
A little late, but still pretty swag.
Still swag, yeah. So Palm saying that he put the controller to neutral and the snapback turned him around.
Oh.
And that's what happened to that one cycle.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing with controllers, especially if you have like an older one that you've used a lot. Or
Right.
if you just have like a cheap one.
And Spirity in chat saying that the axe drop is 0.05 faster if you get a completely godlike inventory cancel. So technically faster.
I just do like the easiest strat, so.
I think I learned it because I needed to learn a strat, and I was told, hey, this one's faster. So I was like, why not?
Yeah. So yeah, this bench here in Archives is going to be used to warp back to, because there's like a few things you can get here. You can go get Great Slash, and then afterwards, the runners are also going to go to Queen's Station or Queen's Gardens and get some stuff there.
Yeah. So we use it to quit out once actually. Because yeah, as you said, we need to get Great Slash, quit out, and then head through Queen's Gardens.
I think
Not
in the
going for the
old
airwalk
route,
though.
I think in the old route we would get Great Slash by opening up Green Pass Stag.
Oh
But
really?
it turned out that was a lot slower.
Yeah. So Louis now coming up on his Hornet 2 fight. Let's see how it goes. He does
Safety
opt
bench.
to get the safety bench. It makes sense for him at this point because he's off PB pace. And he's probably not going to win at this point.
Yeah, just make sure to not lose any more time.
Mm-hmm. So, this area that Paum's going through now has some really tight cycles. Paum going through it really cleanly.
Yeah, I always find that area pretty fun, just especially the first two dashes. Trying to get like in between the two enemies.
For sure. Oh, and really nice wall jump over there. There's like a couple pixels that you can wall jump off of.
Louis down to 3 HP. Oh, 2 HP.
He's having a bit of trouble with the fight. He's not getting that many doubles.
Okay. Got a few good hits in.
Yeah, that attack is really good because you're able to just sit there and keep attacking her.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's scary when Hornet parries and you're like against the wall and there's nowhere to go.
Oh, for sure. And it looked like she was about to spawn spikes on top of where Louis was. So he killed her just in time.
Yeah, that can happen too. So
So
Palm's gonna
Paum
be heading
now...
to the Howling Wraiths spell. Just dashing into the hosts. Okay.
I didn't know it was possible to get hit there.
I think he went too far left and triggered them
Oh,
before
okay.
dashing. But yeah, this is the upward spell. You can get it a lot earlier, but it's not really super useful when you have Shade Soul. So by getting it now, we can prevent any extra travel and just get it while we're heading to Queen's Gardens.
Yep. And we also actually do another lever skip. I think this is actually the last lever skip from the Overgrown Mound into Queen's Gardens.
Yeah, so normally you would need to use a Shade Dash to get through here, because there's a Shade Gate on the left. But because of the powers of Dash Slash, we can just not do that, and it allows us to get Shade Cloak when we get Abyss Shriek, and kind of route it all a lot nicer.
Yep. I hadn't known there was a shade thing actually.
Yeah, it's just
A
on the
shade
left
wall.
there.
Oh, okay. I suppose I never really see that part.
Yeah, it's when you run like specific categories, it's easy to just not know something that's slightly like out of your view. Like I get that as well.
Yeah. So this split can also be a little bit nerve-wracking because there are a lot of places that you can get hit cascades, and there's also a mandatory damage tank. Right here, we use the hazard respawn to warp to the lever platform.
Yeah, it's a really neat little trick. Saves just a bit of walking around and hitting a lever. And it's also patched out.
Yep. This room is my absolute favorite room in the entire category. The movement is just so precise and so fun.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun room. I hate the mantises though.
They're an extra thing that you have to keep in mind to avoid, and also you need to optimally use them to gather soul.
Yeah, soul gathering is a pretty big thing of Hollow Knight speedruns as well, because you don't want to like slow down to gather soul, but there's a lot of points where you need like full or you just need a few casts. So there's a lot of effort putting into where like what enemies would be optimal to hit to like get the soul where you need it to be.
So Paum actually didn't go in with enough soul, but didn't D-Dark. And he hit one of the spiders there on the ground, which gave him just enough soul to be able to kill the devout coming up.
Yeah, I think it's faster to not D-Dark there.
Yeah,
But
it's
I don't know.
definitely not. But it is a lot safer.
Yeah, nifty little skip here. If you have double jump or crystal, I guess you just need double jump. You gotta just go up the wall there and you can skip having to sit on the bench, but still get to
Yep.
Hera just by going up.
It's a dev-intended skip, actually. So, Paum now slurping up his last streamer, while Louis goes to fight Umu.
Slurp. Oh, don't blow yourself up.
This area is quite nerve-wracking if you accidentally hit something you weren't planning on.
There's also like the fastest strat in that room is actually like really scary. Like I think you hit 2 of the big jellies.
Yeah, you do. And it's also a C-dash, which gives plenty of opportunities for the C-dash glitch, where you'll get hit out of it for no reason.
Yep, that's a great glitch.
So now Paum is going to be heading down into the Abyss to pick up Shade Cloak and Abyss Shriek, the last 2 skills in the game. Let's
And
see
I'm
if
not
Louis
sure.
gets the 1 cycle.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Louis. It looks like Louis is going for the 1 cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's going on the right spots on the wall, so.
Yeah, it looks like that's a 1 cycle setup.
Oh no.
Oh no, he missed it.
Maybe a mistiming of the second cast. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but didn't quite work out. And now scary things are happening.
Oh no. He needs to get soul because he only hit Umu for 2 hits, which is not enough. He might end up with a 3 cycle.
Getting a double hit. Maybe another one? Oh.
Oh. Umu's,
And all the
I
while
imagine,
being at
yeah,
1 health is very scary in this fight.
for sure. I imagine Umu is now 1 Shade Soul away.
Probably. Oh, that was scary to go for it. I would just maybe not go for Dream Nails at this point. Oh no.
Looks like, oh, and he missed his last one. Oh no.
Meanwhile, Paum doing the lighthouse climb,
This climb
using some
is really
pogos.
cool, and also can be quite nerve-wracking, because the
Yeah,
siblings do 2 damage, and they
there
don't
we go.
spawn in the same place every time.
Lewis finally killing Umu, actually surviving that stressful fight.
That was, yeah, that was stressful.
So Yeah, we don't actually need Shade Cloak. It's kind of silly in this run.
It ends up being really handy against the Hollow Knight. The last
Yeah,
two abilities we get would be really nice to get earlier, except that the Abyss is so out of our way that there's just no point. So Abyss Shriek is the spell with the largest damage output. So it is the spell that is used most against the Hollow Knight. And because you have to get right up close to the Hollow Knight to use it, Shade Cloak can be very handy for dodging.
yeah, like they're both super good. It's just you don't really need them until well, you have to get them for the all skills requirement, but you don't actually need them to beat the game. So
Right.
they just become extra help for the final fight. And yeah, a big reason it is saved until now is because it lets you get wraiths while you're going through like the previous section, and then you can actually get Abyss Shriek when you're here, and you don't have to get wraiths earlier.
Yep. And this way, just everything's a lot more compact. Louis going for the middle left side climb, which is the most optimal way out of there, but also by far the hardest.
Yeah, left side, Teacher's Archives was kind of just completely ignored for a long time. Like in any percent and pretty much every category, we just always go to the right side, and then people are like, "Wait, left is actually faster," even though it's like a little more annoying to learn the strategies for. In a lot of cases, it's faster to go left.
Yeah, it's really cool. There was recently a timer mod that was created that allows for incredibly precise timing.
Yeah, that's definitely made some big changes to like room strats. Oh no,
Oh
Paum!
no,
Actually,
Paum
almost
had.
dying to that shave
That was scary.
because that would have done 2 damage.
That's right. Paum is most likely going to take a bench at either the Black Egg Temple or Dirtmouth. This climb is very precise when done optimally. And if you mess it up, the creepers, the abyss crawlers will be in the wrong place because they're cycle based.
Yeah, so that probably threw off Paum a bit there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not not quite sure what's going on here.
I think he's trying to get it. At this point, just for the swag.
I guess you can jump to that with just a double jump.
Paum, what are you doing?
Oh,
Hey, let's go.
you get like a jank double jump. Okay.
I think it's called a wings turnaround to get a tiny bit of extra height out of your double jump. Because
Yeah.
normally there's a tiny little dip in between your jump and when your wings deploy.
I haven't seen that strat there. I mean, I've known about like weird double jump stuff, but I haven't seen it be useful.
I don't know if that's optimal because you want to gather soul for the Hollow Knight fight, but it
Yeah, maybe
definitely
just
is.
a
It
silly
definitely
sway
is
strat.
cool.
But yeah, Paum is now heading to the final boss.
Yep. While Louis picks up Great Slash.
Doing a little cancel of the hard fall with Great Slash there. Are we gonna see a silly... Nope, we're not gonna see a silly animation glitch.
I hate to see it. Well, I guess the point is that you don't see it.
You hate to not see it.
Exactly, yes. Synchronized C dashes, let's go.
In opposite directions.
Yep. So, while Paum fights the Hollow Knight, Louis is going to be doing the Squid Arena to get his Howling Wraiths.
Oh, that was a little high. I thought he might hit the thorns. Yeah, we're gonna see Paum use a lot of Shriek in this fight. It's kind of super good, even though it's a little awkward to get hits in. It just does so much damage.
Oh yeah. Dashes are actually the attack that you want the least in all skills, because you need the Hollow Knight to stay still long enough for all 4 ticks of damage to register.
Yeah, which is like the opposite of any percent.
Yeah. It's just such a cool difference I find between the two categories.
Yeah, like even parries are pretty good, because you can just get a Shriek in right after the parry.
That was an insane Hollow Knight fight. That was so fast.
Skipping the final
GG.
roar, I think? Oh,
I
what's...
think
Okay.
I think he's just waiting before he slurps.
Stalling for content.
Paum? What are you doing? Oh, that's an interesting glitch. I've never seen that before.
Run invalid, right?
Probably, yes.
Major glitch, float glitch.
Yeah. But GG.
GG.
That was a really fast
39.
fight.
Of course, it would have been slightly lower if Paum wasn't trolling, but still a pretty good time.
Yep.
And yeah, we're just gonna wait for Louis to finish here.
Louis making his way through Queen's Gardens. Do you want to mark Paum as finished?
Oh, I forgot I was supposed to be doing things. Internal server error. Okay.
I'm stealing that next time. I like that phrase.
What?
Internal server error.
That's what it said when I went to the page.
Oh no, I thought you meant like...
Like myself?
Yeah!
Yeah, I'm definitely having an internal server error as well.
Oh, same here. So, Louis opting to heal up before the dark room, which makes sense. He doesn't get full soul, though, which I don't know if that's the best idea. He's not gonna have enough soul to do safety D-Dark and kill the Devout quickly.
Yeah, maybe he'll slow down and just hit a bunch of spiders for a bit? I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
It's not going for
he
the
goes...
D-Dark.
Interesting.
That's actually a scary just inventory dropping, hoping the spider's not there.
Yeah, pretty much.
It worked out, though.
I mean, he was also at 5 health, so it's not the scariest thing in the world.
Yeah. You've got some room to take damage in this section.
Yeah.
You mostly don't want to hit spikes, because then you warp to the start of the room.
Yeah, that's the thing with the dark rooms. You automatically, if you face tank into spikes, you automatically warp at the beginning of the room, which is really good for casuals stumbling into dark rooms, but not good for us.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, smart use of the Great Slash to avoid the hard fall.
Sure, yeah, that's probably what he's going for.
Yeah, of course. He's just showing off the strat.
You're probably going for... Okay, dive and fireball kills it, okay.
Yep. But he doesn't have any leftover soul to do the strat that Paum did and kill it on the way out. He's gonna have to go around.
Do you know how much slower that is?
I don't think it's that big of a difference. I think it's 2-3 seconds, because you do have to dream now the Devout to get another thing of soul.
Yeah, I feel like it can't be too much of a difference.
Yeah, there was actually another version found where you dash slash the devout instead, or maybe it's a great slash, and then that plus a D-Dark will be enough to kill it, although it's incredibly precise.
Interesting. See, the best strat is run a current patch, and then it's not there.
Yeah, but that requires running on current patch.
True, that's a bit painful sometimes.
One devout versus Hellroom and Sanctum.
Yeah, bad strat.
Yeah. It's also current patch is significantly slower.
Louis doing some crazy little jumps on the wall there.
So he's now going into the abyss himself. Let's see how his sibling climb goes.
Yep, so almost done. Just gonna be grabbing the last two abilities and then heading out of Abyss, and then we'll see the final fight after that.
Yep. I don't think he is on PB pace at this point. I don't think it's possible for him to PB.
Yeah, his PV is 101, but I don't think it's just gonna be like a little bit too slow.
Yeah.
Really, those deaths were a really big impact. Like, if neither of those deaths happened, it would have been a good run though.
For sure, yeah.
Even maybe
His
even just one death, it would have still been
I
possible.
honestly think, yeah, because 58 now and a 101, if he were at 56 here, PB would have been possible potentially.
Okay, getting a clean climb with no damage.
Yep, that's what you want to see.
Yeah, this lighthouse, you have to hit that to even go to the right to get Shade Cloak, because otherwise there will be like tentacles blocking you in the water.
Yeah. So, I think that place is really terrifying for casuals. So, I mean, when I did it casually, I just took it very, very slow. But it's definitely terrifying.
Yeah, Abyss is, I don't know, I think Abyss is like the creepiest area in a way. I know Deep Nest is probably the creepy area of this game, but it's just like the eeriness of Abyss is so like,
Yeah, it's more eerie and like despondent. Not quite the right word, but
yeah,
like
it's harder to describe. It's not like spiders and spooky music and stuff. It's just like this kind of quiet, empty
it's
eeriness.
despondent. I think that's the word I was looking for. Like with the eeriness and the lore behind it.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna
He's
see a
now
Abyss
going.
Shriek.
Yep,
That
the
one,
final
like,
skill in the game.
that one crawl out of the entrance. Like, I love that we have to create a strategy just for that one enemy because it's so in the way.
Yeah. If you want to see dash back on your way back, you want to kill it. I don't think you have to, but it creates an extra layer of safety for that C dash.
Yeah.
So all he has left now to do is fight the Hollow Knight.
And do this nifty little climb here.
Ah, yes. This is, I think, in a way, it's more movement heavy than Path of Pain when done optimally.
Oh, missing the wall jump. Oh,
Oh no.
it's
And
so
part of
rough
the
with the
problem,
spawns too.
right, because of the we don't take anywhere near the intended route, we miss a lot of the respawn points.
It is a good showing of like just double jump and pogo movement, which I think is one of the most fun things you can do in this game. Is just like keep your air time as long as possible and just do a bunch of crazy pogos.
Oh, for sure. It's so cool to see it pulled off. I personally can't do it, but it looks really
Yeah.
nifty.
Oh, is Palm giving us some content?
Where's Paum going? Paum better be heading in the right direction.
Doesn't appear to be going for Mila.
It appears not.
Palm's waiting
He
for
is
Louis to
not
arrive.
going to Elderbug. Oh no. Paum?
Is that city or where is that?
Yeah, it's city. Nope, it's beast. No, he's heading to city, okay.
Okay, we're just gonna ignore Palm. Louis is Louis is heading
Yeah,
over to Black Egg now.
let's watch his THK fight. Yeah, it looks like Paum's saving a grub. You love to see it.
Are we getting some animation? Yeah, there we go.
Let's go, helicopter night.
They spin. Palm not breaking the glass just yet. Oh, there we go.
Hey, let's go. I'm not sure if that was an accident or not breaking the glass, but I'm gonna
seemed
assume positive intent.
seemed a little bit accidental to me.
I'm gonna assume positive intent. So Louis now having his Hollow Knight fight.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see a nice clean fight here. Setting up for the shriek at the start there. Trying to stand as close as possible.
He's getting a lot of parries though, which isn't ideal.
Oh!
Oh no,
You
he
hate to see
missed the
the
shriek.
miss. That
The
could definitely
hitbox with
happen.
it, it's so weird.
Yeah, when Hollow Knight's like kneeled over like that. If you're
Yeah.
not like super close, it's gonna miss.
The good thing
Okay, taking
so this yeah?
I was gonna say being safe, getting some heals in.
Yeah, so the self-stab phase, all damage you do to him does only 1 damage. So there's no point in shrieking him during that time. We may as well get soul off of him with the nail.
And very quick.
GG.
It's gonna be a 104.
104, 40 something. Which is all in all a really good race time. 2 deaths and only 3 minutes off PB. That's quite incredible.
Yeah, I think Louis, if Louis can survive and not die in their next run, could be a very nice PB
For sure.
with what we've seen. So yeah, GG's to both racers. I guess we can try and get a interview.
Yep. If you mark Louis as done,
Check.
and we should be able to get them in here for an interview.
Is that what sends them the invite?
I think so, yeah.
Well, Paum is asking for invites.
Ah, let me send.
Oh, Louie's here. Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, you can both join.
Hello.
GG,
Hello.
Paum. GG, Louis.
Hello, GG.
Congrats on the win, Paum.
Thanks. There was some memes in that.
What was that double jump thing you were doing?
I was doing Abyss Climb ILs, and I found out that you could actually make that, which I think would actually save time in Abyss Climb IL, but it's absurdly difficult. Like, it's so precise. I ended up, like, the reason I stopped in the middle of that is because I put one hand on my controller and the other on the keyboard to try to get better precision.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, I was watching chat and not the stream, and I saw, like, it was something like claw, like palm ahead by 230 or something. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, unfortunate deaths.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
curious, Louis. Were you watching the stream?
No, I never watch any of the restreams. I don't need any additional help psyching myself out.
I completely get that.
Yeah, we were saying even if you only had one death, I think you would have still been PB phase, right?
Yeah,
Probably
there-
if you
there-
only died in fungal.
Yeah, if I only died in fungal's still like a really long split to redo. If if it had just been like the post C dash, like after opening the gate at C peaks, like at the dark room, because that one's not too bad because you have crystal dash to actually get back like much faster than you normally do. So if I got Mantis Claw and only taken a death at C peaks dark room, then maybe, but there's still a lot of time to save in the back end of my splits. Like my PB is a 101.42, I think, and then there's like 3 minutes of lost time of me dying to THK and failing Abyssal Climb in that PB.
I'm curious, what's your sum of best?
I got 4 golds in this race,
Oh,
so it's now 54-59.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it's not very awesome if you can't convert it into a completed run with no deaths.
Well, as soon as you have one, that's probably going to be a huge PB.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna skip like a bunch of time. Like I'll probably go to like a 57 or something when I PB.
Yeah. Well, I hope you can get that soon.
I was just hoping to get it in the race today and kind of be done with all skills for a while.
I hear that. So, I'm curious, do either of you have parts of the run that you're particularly proud of, or parts that you're gonna go back afterwards and practice?
I think my Great Slash was actually quite good. I don't have my splits up, but I think I would have golded Great Slash.
Yeah, in this run, because I had my splits up, like I have two live splits open. So I golded Ancient Basin split, which is the Isma skips, which actually were super clean. So I was pretty happy with that. Like there was no falters in the Isma skips, which I was really glad to see. And like my Crystal Peaks, not the Desolate Dive split, but like the Crystal Peak split was really good for me as well. Like I didn't get God Pixel or God Cycle or anything, but like it was still like a nice gold in that split. So, I mean, naturally I'm just gonna go back and practice like Abyss Climb and stuff like that a lot more.
Right. In C Peaks, though, you did get Pogax.
Oh yeah, that's another one. I was practicing one of the new variants earlier. Somebody had posted that like kind of side dash, or not side dash, but like jumping to the left a little bit before doing the dash, and I've actually found that it's really consistent.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
So
'cause it can
kudos
be
to
a
whoever
tricky-
posted that one, because that one actually, I think that one like really helped my consistency on Pogax a lot.
That's awesome.
Thinking about it, I think I probably would have golded THK. I didn't do that heal. That was a
Yeah,
good
you had
THK
a really good THK fight.
Yeah.
I golded THK with a helicopter knight, so
Let's go.
certainly there's some more
Nice.
room.
Yeah, so chat, do you have any questions for the runners?
Cricket noises.
I mean, it's not. Thanks for coming, guys. I'm
Yeah,
probably gonna get
thanks
food.
so much for calming you too.
No
My
problem.
pleasure. Thanks for putting forth an awesome run. Awesome race.
GG Paum.
GG, Louis.
GG's. I guess we'll end off here.